Hi everybody, we're now going to show a method of heat sealing your valves on these. Obviously your balloons as they are on a very big heat press to make them stay together as the actual seams. So there's no reason why we can't heat seal this and actually make it a very solid balloon unit. What you do need to consider with these though is on this little valve you've got double thickness on either side of the plastic. We need to get that to a single thickness. And the way we do that is by pre-inflating the balloon slightly so that the valve opens up. Once we've got that, we can just trim off the end bit with the inflation point so that when we're actually wanting to heat seal, we've got a much bigger area that we can heat seal on and we've not got any of it already folded over. For this one, I'm just going to put in a little bit of tissue confetti. And I'm just going to add a little bit of metallic as well. Now, I'm not particularly measuring the weight of these. I know the globes will lift an enormous amount of weight in comparison to other bubble balloons. Considering it's a relatively small size, you're going to be looking at kind of about 22 grams of liftability within it, including the balloon. Might stretch a little bit more, just depends on your helium quality. So we've got some little confetti in here. Did have a little bit more gold I was just going to pop in. And I say it's just a mix of 25ml tissue and 10ml metallic. We're then going to inflate this balloon and then heat seal. Now the settings for your heat sealers will vary depending on which brand you use. On mine, I have a little dot on there that I've put on and calibrated it to when we very first bought this, and it's just over number 2. And just over number 2 will seal foils and will seal the globes. Now it might be with yours is over 3 or maybe 4. Have a little bit of a practice with a little random bit of foil that you've got just to see. You don't want it to actually not seal, you don't want it to melt the plastic enough, but you don't want to burn straight through it as well. So just over 2 is perfect for mine. So I'm just going to inflate this and then get back to you. Okay, so we've inflated our balloon with helium. Now obviously you've got a pressurised unit there that's desperately trying to kick out the gas. So we need to work very quickly. You want to try and clamp the neck between your fingers, smooth out that valve so that when you push it down, it's going to seal. You don't want creases in the neck, you want it to be a lovely smooth seal. You can see the the helium has bubbled down into it, but it's trapped there now. If you're a little bit unsure about that, once you've done one, you can then repeat to give you the extra security of a double seal. Not necessary, but if you just want to make sure that you're doing it correctly and that you've got no risk of that escaping, then that's a very simple process to do. Now with this one being confetti, we can just static it slightly and make the confetti stick. Works exactly the same as other balloons, just need a little air, helium mix in there and a little bit of gentle rubbing. You can static it as much as you like, you can go right to the top or do little smaller bits like we've done here. To then tie as you would normally do, you don't really want the confetti to be in the neck there, so we'll just tip that upside down and we'll just roll it like we would do a normal foil as opposed to using the cinch knot. Because by doing this, we're then getting rid of that big bubble in the neck, which means that you can attach your ribbons, you can attach your collars, you can finish it off as you like without the worry of that huge neck bubble getting in the way and not looking terribly pretty. So there we have our little bubble balloons, heat sealed. Very simple, very quick to do. Will take a little bit of practice though. I will warn you, the heat sealing one I'd say is the trickiest one to master initially, but once you've done it, it's very straightforward and very, very strong seal. Just make sure no creases and make sure that it's completely sealed along the actual neck. Hope that's helpful.